So you're looking to get yourself a new Telecaster, something rock solid with high-end modern features, but still doesn't take away from what we all love about Telecasters, that all-out ballsy character. Yes, I'm sure there's something in Fender's huge catalogue that would fit the bill at the moment, but for something more modern, I'd be looking at Sir maybe, or even PRS now, I guess. This guitar I have in my hands has those high-end modern features. Locking tuners, heel access to the truss rod, slimmer roasted maple neck, in-house designed pickups with a cool humbucker in the neck. But this isn't a Sir or a PRS, this is a Schecter. And it also doesn't cost $3,000. You can get one of these any day for £800. This is a Schecter Nick Johnston PT, and I think it's a pretty serious guitar for the money, and potentially a contender for the inevitable PRS SE Telecaster. I do have one gripe with this guitar though, I'll tell you about it later, but in the meantime we're going to get some clean tones, some dirty tones, and we'll also have a bit of fun with some more effects at the end of the video. Before we hear it, please subscribe and leave me a comment. That is the easiest and best way for you guys to help me out. So this guitar has an older body with a roasted maple neck like I said, and an ebony fingerboard. Nothing really too out of the ordinary, but I do like the mix of classic older body with newer, more modern roasted maple neck and ebony fingerboard. Nice combos. They describe the neck as a vintage C, but to me it feels a lot slinkier than that. I would even say this might even be skinnier than one of my Music Man necks. Even so, it is really comfortable to play, and you have to remember that this is still a signature guitar, and I'm sure Nick Johnston wanted that skinnier neck for all that legato wizardry he does. Schecter locking tuners, Graphtec Tusk nuts, heel access to the truss rod, and 6 saddles make this just about the most rock solid and well intonated T-type guitar I've ever played actually. You know, often Teles are notoriously hard to get intonated properly. You're not going to have any issues with this. One of my favourite little features on this guitar are the inlays. They're like little brass circles, and I actually think they're to die for. I love these inlays. Before we talk about the pickups, let's hear some dirtier tones. as I said, the pickups are Schecter's own design, and like the rest of the guitar, they feel and sound high-end, even though they're from Schecter's more affordable Diamond range of pickups. The neck pickup is a Diamond 78 humbucker, and to me it sounds like it's going for that brown sound type of thing, like a higher output PAF, super round, liquidy, syrupy. I'm saying all these words now, but you know, it's going to be good for those neck humbucker legato licks that I don't do, but Nick Johnston does all the time, and I'm sure it suits him down to the ground. You can also split that neck humbucker if you pull out the tone knob, and I'm actually on the fence about this. All the time while I've been preparing for this video, I've not really liked that sound, but while I was recording the video, I was actually digging splitting that humbucker and especially playing in the middle position. It sounded like a classic Telecaster, loads of funky spank for days. But I guess the takeaway from that is that it's not always working for me. Most of the time, I do still like the full humbucker. The bridge pickup, on the other hand, is a Nick Johnston signature single coil, and it just sounds like a good Tele pickup. Loads of spank, loads of that Tele aggression and bite that we love. It just works. The finish of the whole guitar is pretty much as good as I've seen for under £1,000. It might seem like a weird thing to say, but all the bits of hardware look like they fit together. You know, all the gaps between everything are even. Sometimes, you know, that's not the case. The neck is also really smooth and the fretwork is really good. It's a little thing, but I also love how the string furls in the back of the body are sunken into the wood. Nice little thing. So what's not to like? It is everything a modern guitar player could want from a modern Telecaster. Maybe why wait for the more affordable PRS Telecaster when this already exists? There is one thing that I mentioned at the top of the video, my one gripe with this guitar, and that is the weight of it. It's a bit of a chunky boy. I think if this was a Les Paul, which it clearly isn't, you might think it was about the right weight. I don't have an exact number on it. I would guess it's edging up there to £9, which, you know, is going to be fine for some of you, but for me, a Telecaster should be light and zingy and chuckable, for want of a better word. Other than that, this guitar is pretty much bang on.